What's up, guys? RT put this out this morning. You're talking about appalling. Not only are we being tracked, but now New York wants to be the first state to track its little kids. From 5-year-olds on up, kindergartners. Track everything that they do and put all their information in a database. You remember this clip from 1984?
Remember, Big Brother is watching you.
Well, here we go. Just another example of how they want to indoctrinate our kids into the New World Order.
New York State authorities are planning to step up surveillance this time on school kids. The program, which is to be launched statewide, is supposed to gather information on students starting from the age of 5. And as RT's Marina Portnao reports, the move is finding little support among parents.
A new data gathering program in New York State shows that not even America's youngest citizens can be spared from having their personal information collected and stored. The Department of Education is creating a statewide database that will include the names, addresses, test scores, learning disabilities, attendance, and disciplinary records of every single public school students. The data collection begins at the age of 5, and a private company called InBloom has been contracted to store and protect the records of 3.6 million students.
This is one of the biggest things I see right now. Indoctrinating our kids to accept the mark of the beast. Even the little girl at the end of this video says, hey, this is cool. I'd rather have them scan my palm than just punching a number. But soon, every school in the United States will have this technology. And it will teach kids to accept the mark of the beast when it comes.
Students in Puyallup are starting to pay for their lunches by waving their palms over a scanner. 2 schools in the district are already using them. Some parents are up in arms over the devices, calling them an invasion of privacy.
That's why Puyallup school officials nicknamed this their James Bond scanner.
It's like 2 seconds you put your hand on a scanner, it kind of goes into the computer.
By the end of the school year, students in all 32 schools will be able to use this to pay for lunch.
They're pretty cool. I mean, it's a lot better than typing your number in.
Antenna and some sensors embedded in it, and what we plan to do is work with them to advance a tattoo that could be used for authentication. Now, it may be true that 10 to 20-year-olds don't want to wear a watch on their wrist, but you can be sure that they'll be far more interested in wearing an electronic tattoo, if only to piss off their parents. Right?
And that can have a design, right? Because
Sure.
they would certainly want some kind of cool design.
Options,
right?
options.
And then you have this, the indoctrination of terrorists. There's a terrorist around every single corner. You need the police state to protect you. And you've seen this everywhere, active shooter drills. They've gotten so bad where they didn't even alert the teachers or the kids, and they were like crying. And then they had some of them where the kids were part of the show, covered in blood, running through the school. But here you go, the indoctrination of terrorists. Nobody is safe.
Imagine this, guns going off in your child's school on purpose. That's the plan tomorrow at Cary Grove High School in the far northwestern suburbs.
At Cary Grove High tomorrow, teachers will keep students in their rooms, doors locked, curtains drawn, as police sweep the building. Then gunfire in the hallway. 2 shots, blanks from a starter's pistol. Cary Grove's principal will make an announcement alerting the school that the blanks are about to be fired so that no one is caught off guard. The school will also have counselors on hand in case any students or others are shaken by the gunfire.
All right, thank you very much.
Holy shit.
And here's another indoctrination. Scaring kids from the Second Amendment that all guns are bad. And I've seen some ridiculous kids get suspended for the stupidest stuff. This girl got suspended for a paper gun that she threw in the trash. Hello Kitty guns. I've seen where kids were suspended from school from playing with a pellet gun in their backyard. Their own backyard. It wasn't even a pellet gun, it was an airsoft rifle.
You would call me a murderer.
That's what Melody Valentine says classmates are calling her at Newland Fell Elementary School in South Philadelphia. She pulled out a paper gun last week and says an administrator scolded her in front of the class. Her mom says staff even searched her with other kids watching the whole time.
I'm waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and my daughter's in the bathroom crying. She's saying I'm having nightmares. I'm having dreams that he's chasing me down the street.
Diana Kelly says the paper gun looks something like this, a sheet just folded over, made by Melody's grandfather the day before. Melody says she put it in her pocket and forgot about it until she got to school the next day. She says she went to throw it away, but a boy saw it and called administrators.
And I'm Scott Schaefer. We'll begin with the Hello Kitty gun threat. The family of a kindergarten student in Northumberland County is thinking about filing a lawsuit after their 5-year-old was suspended from school.
The family's attorney says she was suspended because she threatened to shoot herself and a classmate with a Hello Kitty bubble gun.
But here's what it boils down to. Our kids no longer belong to us. Like this lady says, they belong to the New World Order.
We have never invested as much in public education as we should have because we've always had kind of a private notion of children. Your kid is yours and totally your responsibility. We haven't had a very collective notion of these are our children. So part of it is we have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities. Once it's everybody's responsibility and not just the households, then we start making better investments.